Welcome to Talladega Superspeedway race number 8, getting ready for the qualifying race. This is going to be a wild race, one of my favorite tracks in this game and in real life, Talladega Superspeedway. I've done a lot of testing here in the last week to make sure everything is going to run smoothly or at least be exciting for you guys. And all I can say is that we're in for a wild race. So, we pretty much have the same exact field here in the qualifying race, except for Jacob Johnson at number 90 car is now out of this race. He has qualified, well, he has moved up in the top 32 in points, and the number, who is that? Number 1 of 8-0 file has fallen below the top 32, so he is joining the qualifying race. Obviously, anything here at Talladega can happen, will happen. And it does not matter where you're at on the track, as long as you get past the big wreck that happens. I don't know if we'll see a big wreck in the qualifying race, but I'm sure we're going to see a big wreck in the main race. Qualifying race is only 10 laps to determine who is going to make the race. We're awaiting qualifying, so if you guys want, you can go right to the race. Look at the timestamps in the comments. You'll be able to find the race. Well, you'll be able to find the start of the green flag for this race and for the main race. About 2 minutes left of qualifying. Cars should be making their way to the line for their first lap here any second now. There we go. Wow. Number 60, Colton Harmon, first place so far. Tyrell Resner back in last right now. Jeremiah Dwayne at 00, he really wants to qualify into the main race, as do everybody else, but yeah, we'll find out what happens. If we do have a big wreck, that could take a lot of people out, and that could give us the top 10. I mean, we might have 10 cars left or so after a wreck if it happens. Like I said, though, only 10 laps here, so it is going to go pretty quick. Still waiting. We have about a minute and a half. A little less than a minute and a half. Number 60 car, Colton Harmon. He looks like he has a pretty fast car today. He might be able to qualify his way into the race. It's at 48, Ryan Benjamin. He's been able to qualify his way into the race the last couple weeks that he's been in this qualifying predicament. He starts 10th place. A couple cars that have had luck, but also have had bad luck. They've had both good and bad luck. Is the number 50 of Cody Rhodes. Yo Carrillo's had some up and down luck. Ron Jackson. The 09 Evan McCollum. Ryan Benjamin. CJ Williams. Logan Gentry. Last week at Texas. Second place for him. And he is in the qualifying race. Sheila Harmon. Just about every race that she has made, she ends up in a wreck. Some other type of predicament. Usually not her fault, but still, it sucks to be in a wreck and not be able to do anything about it or have a damaged race car. So let's go through the starting lineup here at Talladega. Number 60, Colton Harmon, is first. You have the 37 of Cesar Ramirez. Oops. Oh, what the heck is going on? Oh, duh. Sorry about that. So we have the 60 of Colton Harmon and 37 Cesar Ramirez. the 00 Jeremiah Dwayne, the 50 Cody Rhodes, the 20 of Yale Carrillo, the 30 of Ron Jackson, the 66 of Darwish Jr., the 188 of Racer X. I don't know his real name. He has not been able to comment back, so I have no idea what his real name is. We have the 09 Evan McCollum, the 48 of Ryan Benjamin, the 27 of Benjamin Wallace, the 16 of CJ Williams, 91 Logan Gentry, the 33 Sheila Harmon, the 1 of Ada No File, the 148 of Brian Lancaster, and the 41 of Tyrell Resner. That was your starting lineup. Simulate. Actually, no, I can't. I don't think. Had some issues with that yesterday. The accelerate, decelerate glitch. So we're just gonna wait it out. Like I said, if you want to go right to the green flag, you can look in the timestamps. I'm probably gonna cut this part out, the waiting part out here. So. And that is like the longest 5 minutes I have had to wait.
Drivers, start your engines!
So the command to start the engines has happened. Getting ready to start this race. Here at Talladega, 17 cars will advance. 17 cars are in the race. 10 will advance. 7 will not. Sorry, I have not had my coffee yet this morning, so a little bit tired. Trying to get with it here. A lot of action getting ready for Talladega. believe we've only seen one crash in the qualifying race, I think, and I think that was at Las Vegas many weeks ago. I don't even think that was a crash. I think it was like almost a wreck. Somebody hit someone else and they almost spun out or something. Will we see a crash at Talladega here in the qualifying race? There's 17 cars. There's a good bit of cars. Talladega, that is a lot of cars in a race. So the number 60, Colton Harmon, leads them down to the green flag. And the green flag is underway. Colton Harmon leads them down. Cesar Ramirez on the outside, the 37 car. Looks like Cesar got a really good start over Colton. Cesar's actually going to go to the lead. A lot of cars passed Colton early on here. Wow, I don't know what happened with Colton, but he is falling back. Started first, and he is falling back like a rock. There's something happening with Colton. He might have a mechanical failure, possibly, but he's almost going first to last in one lap. Cesar Ramirez now, that 37 out front. See a lot of cars back here. Darvish Jr., Aiden O'File, Logan Gentry trying to get past that 60 car. They might lose the draft even. Yeah, Colton falling all the way back to last place after one lap here at Talladega. Meantime, though, that 30 car Ron Jackson trying to take the lead. He's trying to capitalize on Colton's bad day. Ron Jackson will be the race leader. You see Colton 3 seconds almost off the lead already. I think, yeah, Colton's actually off of the draft. Evan McCollum probably going to lose the draft. These 4 cars here might not lose the draft, but they're starting to, this field's starting to pull away. Obviously, this is a really good thing for these cars in this pack, because right now, the only car that's not going to make it in is that number 20 of Yale Carrillo. Everybody else can make the race. But these cars back here, Aiden O'File, Tyrell Resner, Darvish Jr., Logan Gentry, they are catching these guys. 4 wide now through the tri-oval. Lap number 4 out of 10. No, 3 out of 10, I'm sorry. Lap 3 out of 10 at Talladega. We're 4 wide still in the turn. I think these cars that are hanging back, I think they might be in the best position right now. 4 wide up front at Talladega. Still 4 wide. That number... Oh, there's a crash! The 16 is around, the 20, the 50, the 91. Oh, Racer X at 188 is involved. There goes Colton Harmon there. He is really far off of the pack, the lead pack. 16, CJ Williams, the 188, Brian Lancaster. Everybody else going to get through. So that 27, Benjamin Wallace, is the leader. The 00, Jeremiah Dwayne, second. Third, Sheila Harmon. Fourth, Tyrell Resner. And fifth, Aiden O'File. Aiden lost the draft early. He was trying to catch up. No, he didn't lose the draft, I'm sorry. The 48, Ryan Benjamin, 6th. 7th is Ron Jackson. 09, Evan McCollum. 9th is Cesar Ramirez. Let's go back and look at the cause of the caution. Let's go back and look at the 16 car. They were 4 wide entering turn number 1 and all through the backstretch. Riding with that 16 car, I don't know if he... Who did he hit? I think he might have... Oh. Wow, that happened further back, but he just was involved. Look at the 91 Logan Gentry. Hard damage for him. Let's go back and look at that again. I thought the 16 was turned around, or I thought he turned someone, but it actually happened further in the back with the 37 Cesar Ramirez. Cesar ended up getting turned around by the 50 and the 20, and that created all the havoc there. Looked like a lot of cars though, did not? Nobody really got damaged. That 91 Logan Gentry, he probably got the worst of it. But it doesn't really look like he even has a lot of damage. So, Show you what happened. He was just catching up to this pack after losing the draft pretty early. See, he did not see anything and goes up, hits the 16 of CJ Williams. Ooh, Evan McCollum almost involved. Go back and actually look at his point of view here. So the wreck is happening. Evan McCollum, yet again, he can't see anything either. Ooh, almost in that 91, almost in at the 37 as well. So, very interesting race. Cars are on pit road. That 27 looking really good. Colton Harmon, Brian Lancaster, they were both in pit road. I think Colton might have had some kind of mechanical issue with his car at the beginning of the race. He just came down pit road. He was not involved in that crash, so unfortunate for him. We've been seeing a lot of mechanical failures lately in this season. Let's go back here. Let's look at that 16 of CJ Williams. He does have a lot of damage to that car. That whole left side is caved in. He is probably going to be slow from about 10th place. This is actually, yeah, he is in 10th place. He is in the transfer spot. I don't think he came down pit road to get his car repaired. A lot of cars are going to be trying to get past him, though, for the transfer spot. He has the final one as of right now. We will be going back to green flag. Told you guys this was going to be a wild weekend here at Talladega. This is just the qualifying race. Wait till we have the main race. The main race is going to be crazy. So first caution of the day, of the race week here at Talladega. We should have about 3 or 4 laps left under green flag. Once we can get back going green. Lights are still on the pace car, so we're going to be going back to green with 3 laps to go. That is still enough time for a lot of things to happen. See the 148 Brian Lancaster. It was 60 of Colton Harmon. Well, 60, he was not in the wreck. Brian Lancaster was in the wreck. He hit the wall pretty hard. Cody Rhodes at number 50, he was in the wreck. Doesn't have a lot of damage. 91 Logan Gentry, he did get into the 16 pretty hard. Doesn't look like he has damage, but he probably has a lot of damage underneath the hood in that engine, maybe the radiator. 188 Racer X has some obvious damage. I think his day is probably going to be done. The 20 of Yale Carrillo and the 66 Darvish Jr., they might be able to get past that 16 car and try to battle for a transfer position. Obviously, the 16 CJ Williams, not the day he wanted in a wreck, and I don't think he is going to be able to rebound and keep his 10th place position. 37 Cesar Ramirez trying to get out of the bottom half of the field in points, trying to get to the top 32. Evan McCollum in a great position right now. He is in 8th place, and he is not damaged. All of the cars right here, Ron Jackson, Ryan Benjamin, Aiden O'File, Tyrell Resner, Sheila Harmon, Jeremiah Dwayne, and Benjamin Wallace, they all should be able to finish this race, advance, and get into the main race without any issues, as long as we don't have another crash. If we have another crash, then that's going to put everything up in the air. So the pace car should be getting the 1 to go here. Lap number 6 out of 10. Let's see here. So the pace car has the 1 to go. We will be going back to green flag racing with 3 laps left here at Talladega in the qualifying race. been a pretty crazy race already. I have a feeling we are not anywhere near close to being done with the cautions yet at Talladega. That also includes the main race that we have coming up. This race at Talladega, it could change the points dramatically. If the points leaders get caught up in a wreck, it could open up a lot of doors. See all the skid marks in turn 3 from that first crash. So the field coming out of turn number 4. They've spent about half of this race under caution. Saw a pretty good speed weeks earlier at Daytona. There was a lot of wrecks in the shootout. There was, 2 or 3 wrecks. The duels each had a wreck, and the 500 had a couple wrecks. Nothing too crazy. We did not see, we didn't have a qualifying race in Daytona, but technically the duels were qualifying races, so anyway, here we go. 27, Benjamin Wallace leads them down to the green flag here at Talladega. 3 more laps to go. Jeremiah Dwayne gets a pretty good start. He is second. Sheila Harmon third. We're going to follow some of the cars in the back once they get up to speed and see who is off the pace, who is up in front. See that 37 car now. He is in 9th place. The battle for 10th place is between the 16 and the 66. Darwish Jr. up top in that black car. I think he is going to be able to get past the 66. Like we said, the 16, CJ Williams, has a lot of damage. Yale Carrillo, that number 20, is behind the 188. Look at the 188. He is actually going pretty quick for having damage. So that 66 car, Darwish Jr., he is in 10th place. He is holding his own on the draft. He might be able to make his way to the front. Look at the 33, Sheila Harmon, now getting pushed by Aiden O'File in at number 1. She's in second. She's on the bottom. She's trying to battle for the lead here at Talladega. 2 to go. We're just seeing double file racing up front. I think these racers up here know that if they finish this race, all of these cars here will make the main race. Ooh, Tyrell Resner, the 48, Ryan Benjamin, going to try to make it 3 wide. Ron Jackson is up top with them. They're starting to race really close down the back stretch. 3 wide. Sheila Harmon at number 33 is out front. Look at Evan McCollum. He almost was in jeopardy of not making the race. Here he is, trying to battle for second place. The 188 Racer X, the 50 of Cody Rhodes, they have found their way to the front. Oh my gosh, we almost have 4 wide again up here. White flag, 1 more lap to go. The 33 Sheila Harmon out front. 4 wide, further back in this field. Anybody now can qualify. Anybody can fail to qualify. I don't think we're going to have another wreck, but we have 12 cars now up here. Look at the 60 of Colton Harmon and the 20 of Yale Carrillo. They're making their way back up to the front. Cody Rhodes trying to take the position away from the 188 of Racer X. Aiden O'File trying to battle for Sheila Harmon, for the lead. Coming out of the last turn. Who is going to get it? I think it's going to be Aiden O'File. The 33 Sheila Harmon trying to rally back on the outside. Is she going to be able to get the win here? And, oh my gosh, it was a really close finish. I think it was the 33. It was. 33 Sheila Harmon will get her first win of the season in the qualifying race. We had 14 cars in this lead pack. So, let's see, Ryan Benjamin, 10th place, the final transfer spot. While we were up front watching the photo finish. That was a great finish, by the way. Let's look at the battle for the transfer spot. It wasn't really that much of a battle. The 10th place here, 48, Ryan Benjamin. 11th place is back here. These 4 cars were trying to make their way in. They did not make it. So, Sheila Harmon, Aiden O'File, Benjamin Wallace, Darwish Jr., Tyrell Resner, Evan McCollum, Ron Jackson, Jeremiah Dwayne, Cesar Ramirez, Ryan Benjamin. They all advanced to Talladega in the main race. Cody Rhodes, Colton Harmon, Yale Carrillo, Racer X, CJ Williams, Logan Gentry, and Brian Lancaster. They do not make the race. Tough day for Logan. He got second place last week at Texas, and now he's going to fail to qualify at Talladega. The best position that these guys could possibly be in, though, is that a lot of the leaders up front in the points have a bad day, and some of these cars that did not make the field hopefully will not lose a lot of points. But for the 10 that made it in, you guys have a really good shot at getting into the top 32 in points this week. So we're going to get the field set, get ready for Talladega. We will be back in a moment. We welcome you guys back to Talladega. Oops, here we go, getting ready for qualifying.
Drivers, to your cars.
Let's see. Let's just go with you for now. Qualifying, we saw a pretty wild and pretty cool qualifying race. We had a wreck in that race. I was really surprised to see a wreck in the qualifying race. Took a few cars out of contention. Sheila Harmon, a 33, ends up winning at a photo finish over the 1 of 8 and 0 file. Closest finish we have had this year so far. So the cars are going to qualify. While they're qualifying, I'll be right back. We'll join you here in about a minute or so. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that. So the car's still not making their first lap yet. Who's going to get the pole here at Talladega? Could be a wild race. I think it's going to be a wild race, actually, after seeing the qualifying race. Wow, looks like the 41 Tyrell Resner so far. Getting the pole. Fastest lap so far. A little less, well, a little more than a minute and a half left in the qualifying session. We will then get underway. Daytona, earlier this season, the first race. The Speed Weeks that happened before the 500. Very wild races, very good racing, though, we saw. 500, I thought it was going to be a little more chaotic, a little more wild than what it was, but great racing all around at that race. I saw a good finish for the win. 12 Samet Oskin got the win there, so again, congratulations to him early in the season. Wins one of the big races. Meanwhile, Samet back in 19th so far. But I think that actually was everybody's second qualifying lap. Coming into this race, the points kind of spread out a little bit after Texas. Texas was a kind of like a wild race, a wild card race, I guess. Seen a couple cars kind of be a little more dominant in this season. A little more than other cars. Alright, there we go. I don't know if my mic might have been turned down a little too much there. So the qualifying session, just a couple more seconds left. Gotta wait for these final couple seconds, or else it jumbles everybody up. Alright. Alright, going through the field, Tyrell Resner, the 41, had some trouble at Bristol earlier this season. Ended up not able to make the race. He qualifies first. He's been having a pretty good season as far as the qualifying races is concerned. Won a couple of qualifying races. Whoops. John Book, second at 04 car. Third, Logan York, won at Rockingham. Fourth, Pablo West, won last week at Texas. Was that Texas? Yeah, won last week at Texas. We have the 00 Jeremiah Dwayne, 21 Robbie Bannister, pretty good at these super speedway tracks. 38 of Sean Howe. The 9 of Bruce Zero. 15 Hunter Blade is up in the top 10 in points. He wants a good run today. 48 Ryan Benjamin needs a good finish. Jacob Johnson finally in the top 32 in points. That's the number 90. The 37 Cesar Ramirez. 32 of Brett Taylor has been really aggressive at these super speedway races. 18 of Kagan Polshiner. 43 Dawson Montenegro. The 09 Evan McCollum. Those three cars need a good finish today. We have the 42 Hugo Jimenez, the 27 Benjamin Wallace. We have the 12 Sam Oskin, won the 500 earlier this year. The 42 Hugo Jimenez was the pole sitter for that race. 33 Sheila Harmon won the qualifying race here at Talladega. We have the 2 of Tim Brannigan, the 97 Gavin Jones. The 14 Sarah Rocha, she comes into this race as the points leader. The 66 Darvish Jr. The 17 of Livingston, she is in the top 10 as well in the points. 99 of Axel Zero. 17 back here, this black car. Alexander Jones, second in the points. Third place is Aiden O'File, almost won the qualifying race today. The 25 of Felix Boucher, the 29 Jacob Britt. 81 Skylar Rocha is in the top top 5 in points, I believe. The 11 Randon Pickett. The 45 of Tim Zimmer is 4th in points. The 0 Alex Bruno, the 5 Damien Singletary is in 10th place in points. He is the only driver that has missed one race in the top 20 in points, actually, and he's in 10th place. Great season so far for him. The 8 of Clint Spillman, the 6 Simon Zarnato, the 88 of Josh Hardiman, the 80 of Stephen Pollard, and the 4 of Gary Harmon. Oops, I was really far up, further than what I thought. So, that's the starting lineup. Let's simulate this time a little bit. I can't hear what's going on in my microphone or in my headset, so I don't know if we heard the command to start the engines or if we barely missed it. But the field under the pace lap now. This is going to be a wild race. I'm hoping everybody can make it at least 10 or 20 or so laps without a caution, but I don't think we will see that. Qualifying race, we saw a crash, and we normally don't see crashes in those races. So, if that's any indication of how this race is going to go, it's going to be a long day. So, the 41, Tyrell Resner, is the leader. He's going to lead the field down to the green flag. John Book, second on the outside. He's at 04 car. 74, Logan York. 24, Pablo West. Pablo West failed to finish at Daytona, the first car out of the race, so he is hoping to have a good finish today. Look at Tim Hoffman. What's going on there? Back in the field. Green flag is underway. The 41, Tyra Resner, going to get the green flag. Tim Hoffman was 3 wide back there. I don't know what's going on with that. That could be a black flag for him or for whoever it was that was at fault there. One car does not start the race. That's the 1 of Aiden O'File. He was hoping to have a good run today. I don't know what's happening with him. Hopefully he can get his car out onto the track. The 41 Tyrell Resner is the leader as of right now. The whole field racing down the backstretch into turn number 3. We're 3 wide already. Logan York on the outside was trying to get the lead. Look at Sean Howell, the number 38. He's going to try to get the lead away. Meanwhile, a lot of racing going on in the back. Oh, there's a crash, I think, on the track. Who is that? Oh, no, the 88 of Josh Hardiman. And who else? Clint Spillman involved. And there's another car. Brandon Pickett, Josh Hardiman. Come on, guys. Man, that sucks. Lap number 1, caution flag out already. Oh, Josh Hardiman wrecked last week at Texas. He's in a wreck today. I'm a good friend of Josh, and it's really unfortunate to see him in a wreck. So, unfortunate day for him. He's going to go back through the field here. Clint Spillman doesn't look like he has any damage. Rhiannon Pickett on pit road. She does have damage. And Josh Hardiman is going to be out of this race early. Aiden O'File does not get to start this race. Aiden O'File is, he's not even on the track. So unfortunate for him. I don't know what happened. I didn't see anybody stopped on the track, but I think that's why the 40 of Tim Hoffman was 3 wide in the trioval before the start of this race. Man. Aiden O'File got second in the qualifying race. Fails to start this race. He will get a provisional at least. So unfortunate for him. Unfortunate for Josh Hardiman. Josh involved in a lap 1 crash. Nobody, I don't think, is coming down pit road, so, well, the 8 car is, if Clint Spillman ran and Pickett. The 11 is down pit road. Well, let's go back and look what happened to Josh. Hard crash. This was in the back of the field, right in front of Gary, Damian, and 80 of Stephen Pollard. Ooh, Clint came up, and oh my gosh, that was a hard hit for Josh. Gary Harmon spins Clint Spillman out. Watch it from this point of view. Aiden O'File still on pit road at that time. Clint just comes down into Josh just a little bit, and hard hit. Good job by Gary Harmon and Stephen Pollard for not wrecking in that crash, or not being caught up in it. Let's watch Rhiannon Pickett. Doesn't look like she has a lot of damage. She does have some to the right front. She was up top. She was at the very top of this mess. See Josh, very hard hit. That sounded painful. Let's watch on board Stephen Pollard, see what he saw. See, right there they make some contact, the 88 and the 8. Around they go. Stephen was able to miss that, able to slow down just enough, so that's good for him. Gary Harmon right behind the wreck, you see right in front of him, wreck happening. He spins Clint Spillman out. Wow, Clint almost into that outside wall after he was spun out. He almost hit, but he saves it, so that's good for him. Rhiannon Pickett joining the race again. 38, Sean Howe is the leader. Hunter Blade second. Third, Jeremiah Dwayne. Fourth, Jacob Johnson. Fifth, Tyrell Resner. Sixth, Logan York. Seventh, Brett Taylor. Eighth, Pablo West. Ninth, Brew Zero. 10th, Dawson Montenegro. Let's see where the top 3 in points are as they've run. Let's see, they're pretty far back. The 17, Alexander Jones, he's in 24th. He came into this race second in the points. The 80 of Stephen Pollard is 38th. 14 of Sarah Rocha is, she's in 15th. She's not having a bad day. She is the points leader so far. So a crash exiting turn 4 on lap number 1. Takes 1 car out of the race. 2 cars damaged. Well, 1 car, I guess, really. That's the 11, Rhiannon Pickett. She's got some damage. She might be able to stay on the lead draft. Sean Howe, 38, is the leader here at Talladega. These races are so hard to watch because I have a lot of friends that are in these races. People I've raced with online. People I've just known throughout the whole last 10 or so years from NASCAR 2003 or from iRacing. So it's really hard to watch some of these cars race because I'm friends with them. I have a couple of family members, Sheila Harmon, Gary Harmon involved. The 1481, Sarah Roach is my girlfriend. Her son, Skylar Rocha, is in this as well. Hard to watch them race, and I don't know. I don't really have anybody I'm rooting for, but I don't know. It's crazy to watch these races. I have a couple people from work that are in these races. I go to work, and they always ask where they finish, and sometimes I have to give them the bad news if they didn't finish good, so Josh Hardiman, unfortunately, one of my friends, out of this race early. It's alright. It's Talladega. Anything else can happen. It's going to be a wild race. If we see a wreck already on lap number 1, I don't know what else we're going to see. I have done a couple test races here a couple days ago and last night, just to make sure everything ran smoothly. Of course it didn't. There's a lot of wrecks and a lot of action happening, but I don't know, I wanted to have a really exciting race. I didn't want to have just going around the racetrack. Some wrecks and stuff are okay in my books, but already a wreck on lap number 1. Pace car, lights are off, so one more lap and we will get back underway here at Talladega. 40 cars are left in this race. Sean Howe, the leader. Hunter Blade, second place. He is actually in the top 5. Or no, I think he's 6th place or something in points. Let me check real quick. Hunter Blade is 9th place in points. So he's not having a bad day so far. The 38 of Sean Howe, he is back in 21st in the points. He really wants a good finish. This is race number 8. Will we have an 8th winner this season? So far, we do not have a repeat winner, so that's kind of cool. I was hoping that we would have some diversity in the field, and so far that's happening. Different winner each race. Technically, the 43 Dawson Montenegro has 2 wins. He won the shootout. He won his dual race earlier in the season, but those are not points races. Thought he was going to win the 500. I thought he was going to have a chance, but he was involved in a wreck and out of the race. Well, not out, but he was out of contention for the win. So technically, win-wise, points and non-points races, Dawson is the only repeat winner. If you look through the qualifying races, Tyrell Resner, the 41, also has 2 wins. So the pace car ducking down to pit road. 38 Sean Howe is going to be able to lead them back to the green flag. He got some 5 bonus points for leading a couple laps under caution. You lead the most laps, you get 5 more points. Is this going to be the turning point in the point standings? Or will one of the top 10 drivers in points rebound and get a good finish? 38 of Sean Howe is the leader of this race. Green flag is in the air. We've got 42 laps to go here at Talladega. Whoops, wrong view. There we go. Single file for the first 5, 6 cars. Sean got a pretty good start. Tyrell Resner now, Jeremiah Dwayne, the 41 and the 00, down low. I think that number 11 car, Rhiannon Pickett, is off the pace from that lap 1 crash. Otherwise, I think everybody else is going to be able to stay in the draft. It does take a few laps for everybody to catch back up after the restarts here. Look at Pablo West, the 24. Oh my gosh, we're almost 4 wide again. 4 wide now. They actually, yeah, they were 4 wide on that crash in the first lap. Jeremiah Dwayne now is the leader here at Talladega. There we go. 3 wide for the lead, racing really close to each other. There's that purple car, the dark purple car down low. That's Sarah Rocha. She's going to try to make some moves towards the front. 3 wide, multiple rows back, up near the front here. Look at Ryan Benjamin on the outside of For a while it was 4 wide, but now it goes back down to 3 wide. Pablo West out front. Here comes Dawson Montenegro, the number 43 on the bottom. He wants to get the lead. We just talked about him a little bit under caution, saying how he won the first 2 non-points races. Ooh, 4 wide back here. Evan McCollum on the inside of Sarah Rocha. 4 wide for the lead. Dawson and Tyrell into each other. Oh my gosh, they're not going to wreck, are they? I don't know how they didn't wreck there. 4 wide for the lead. Hugo Jimenez on the inside. He's falling back a little bit. 4 wide. Oh my god, still for the lead. I don't know how Dawson and Tyrell made it through that turn. They were, my god, 4 rows of 4 wide here at Talladega. This is amazing racing. How long can it last? 42 Hugo Jimenez out front. Oh my god, this is going to be big. Look at Evan McCollum now on the inside. 5 wide at Talladega. For the lead. 5 wide. Oh no, Hugo Jimenez down low. He's going to come up the track. Oh, a big crash. A huge crash at Talladega. That is the big one. Oh my gosh. Everybody involved. Oh my gosh. 17 Alexander Jones spun out in that wreck. Oh my gosh, Dawson Montenegro. Is that the 2? Tim Brannigan is the leader of this race. He was 9th place at the line. Now he's the leader. Here comes the 33 Sheila Harmon for the lead. Now who's going to get back to the line? The 45 Tim Zimmer made it through. He's up in 4th place in points. The 30 of Ron Jackson somehow made it through. Tim Zimmer going to try to make it 3 wide. I think it might be Tim. Wow. Tim Brannigan is the race leader now at Talladega. A massive crash. A lot of cars damaged. Clint Spillman in the 2nd crash. Hugo Jimenez, Dawson Montenegro. Oh my god, Alex Bruno. Oh, wow. A lot of cars damaged. They're going to be out of this race. Somehow, some cars have made it through. The 14 of Sarah Rocha, the points leader currently, made it through, but she did get some damage. Tim Hoffman, I think, has some damage. Not a lot of cars left in this race, it looks like. My gosh. That was crazy. We had 4 rows of 4 wide racing. Evan McCollum, the 09, made it 5 wide for the lead. That just does not work out. We can manage 4 wide racing, but 5 wide does not work at Talladega. We're going to have to go back and watch that replay. I think the 43 Dawson Montenegro might have clipped the 42 of Hugo Jimenez. I think. Could be wrong. Everybody is going to come down pit road while they're on their way down. Look at Clint Spillman repairing his car. The 0 Alex Bruno has some repairs going on. Bruce 0, Jeremiah Dwayne, Pablo West, Tyrell Resner, the pole sitter. So Tim Brannigan, the race leader at the moment. Some of these cars that have a lot of damage are getting tires in their car, but I think they're going to be out of the race. I don't know why they're getting tires. There's the 04 John Book. A lot of cars with damaged race cars. You see cars already out of the race. 43 Dawson Montenegro is out. Tim Brannigan going to come out first off of pit road. Tim Zimmer second. Third, John Book, Felix Boucher, Benjamin Wallace, Ron Jackson, and everybody else. Sheila Harmon's going to lose a lot of positions. Oh, look at Clint Spillman, Logan York, and Ryan Benjamin. Well, pit stops have happened. Let's go back and look at the crash. The big one. That was the huge one, actually. First off, look at that. 5 wide for the lead, 4 wide for second. Hugo Jimenez, yeah, he got turned by the 09 Evan McCollum. Up the track, and Dawson into everybody else, and oh my gosh, everybody just... Oh, Hugo, hard to the wall. Everybody else just piles in. Evan McCollum could have made it 4 wide and just stuck back there. Made it 5 wide, got into the 42, and from there, everybody in this pack was in danger. A lot of cars, pretty much everybody on the bottom made it through, just about. The hole does end up closing up, and look at all these cars. Everybody down on the apron. Huge crash at Talladega. I don't even know if anybody really made it through that. I think everybody behind the wreck really was involved, and I think that was it. Oh my gosh, that was a massive crash. Yeah, I don't think there was really nobody that made it through. Everybody that was behind that made it, but my gosh. A lot of cars are going to be damaged and off the pace. We might not have a lot of cars left. We might be able to go green flag. I think about the only car that did make it through this wreck that was in the pack is this 90 car of Jacob Johnson. Watch this. Cars are going to come back up the field, and Jacob somehow getting through without any damage. Well, let's look at some of the cars. Tim Brannigan somehow made it through. He might have a good finish here today. Tim Zimmer, 2nd place in this race, 4th in the points. This could be a turning point for him. He might take the points lead back. 04 John Book is 3rd. 4th, Felix Boucher. 5th is Benjamin Wallace. 6th, Ron Jackson. 7th, Axel Zero. 8th, Robbie Bannister. 9th is Jacob Johnson. 10th, Sheila Harmon. 11th is Sarah Rocha. 12th, Tim Hoffman. There's Clint Spillman. A lot of these cars now damaged. Ryan Benjamin, Logan York, Randon Pickett, Skylar Rocha, Alexander Jones, Brett Taylor, Sean Howe, Hunter Blade, Damian Singletary, Sam Oskin, Gary Harmon, Stephen Pollard 3rd, Kagan Polshiner, Evan McCollum, Cesar Ramirez, Jacob Britt, Tina Livingston, Simon Zornato, and Gavin Jones. Let's look at the cars out of the race. 33rd place is Dawson Montenegro, Tyrell Resner, Hugo Jimenez, Pablo West, Brew Zero, Jeremiah Dwayne, Alex Bruno, Darsh Jr., all involved in that wreck and out of the race. Then Josh Hardiman, he was involved in the first crash. 32 cars are left, but a lot of these cars are damaged and going to be off the pace. I think the pace car might get the 1 lap to go this time by. Yep. 1 to go. Tim Brannigan is out front. You see the 8 car on the bottom. He is 1 lap down in 32nd, I believe. 31 cars are on the lead lap here at Talladega. A lot of cars are going to be out of this race, so, well, out of contention. I don't think we're going to have a big pack of cars. Pace car and the rest of the field on the back stretch. We're going to have like 34, I think, laps to go on the restart. With all these damaged cars, we might not see a big pack of cars anymore. I'm still kind of in shock over that big wreck. A lot of cars involved in that. The big one of the day. But we still could see more crashing. That 30 car, Ron Jackson, he is in 6th place. He is outside of the top 32 in points, but he is going to have a great day today if he can stay out of trouble. He might be able to gain a lot of points and actually move into the top 32. So, the pace car ducks in the pit road. Tim Brannigan is the race leader. See Clint Spillman on the bottom there. We're going to watch his car on the restart. I don't know how slow he's going to be, if he's going to slow anybody else down, or he might be able to keep up with the pack. Green flag in the air. Tim Brannigan takes the field to the green. Look at Felix Boucher already making an aggressive move, trying to get to the outside of John Book. Ooh, Clint is going to be pretty far off the pace. He has already been passed by 5, 6, 7 cars on the restart. Not good for him. Can everybody get past him? Sarah Rocha, the points leader, is stuck behind him right now. She does get past. There's a big pack of cars in the back. I think they're all just kind of trying to get past damaged cars. Look at this, Benjamin Wallace, that 27 car, looking for the race lead at Talladega. He passes Tim Brannigan. Already 3 wide. Sheila Harmon now coming up towards the field. Almost 4 wide already. I take it back. We might see a crash. We very well could see a crash. It's not over yet. 4 wide for second. Here comes the 21 of Robbie Bannister. I feel like I've made this call before, and that is because I have. 4 wide in Daytona, and he made it up to the lead. There was a huge crash. I think he actually was involved in the crash. Robbie Bannister now out front at Talladega. Oh, the 25, Felix Boucher and Ron Jackson, the 30, they made some contact. Oh, and they're crashing. Oh, Felix Boucher hard into the wall. Tim Brannigan, Ron Jackson are around. Somehow, the 14, oh no, I think there's more of a wreck. Oh, they're still wrecking. Sarah Rocha now turned around. Oh, she gets hit by the 6 of Simon Zarnato. Caution flag out again. My God. Who made it through? Not many people. Sheila Harmon going to be the leader. Robbie Bannister second, third Axel Zero, fourth fourth Benjamin Wallace, fifth John Book, and sixth Ryan Benjamin. They're the only cars that made it through that wreck, I think. So caution flag back out again, just as we went back underway. Tim Brannigan was the leader at the restart. He wrecks. See Clint Spillman, he's going to be out of the race. Skylar Rocha might have issues. He has damage. He was in that wreck. 25, Felix Boucher is going to be out. 17, Alexander Jones has damage from that wreck. Second in points. The 45, Tim Zimmer, fourth in points. Simon Zarnato, he was up in about the top 10 in points. Has damage. Sarah Rocha has damage. Sam Oskin, the 1500 Blade. A lot of points contenders are in this wreck. This could be the turning point for some drivers. I don't think anybody's going to come down pit road other than the cars that were damaged from that wreck. You see Brett Taylor, Kagan Polshiner, they're retiring from the race. A lot of cars are out. Actually, look at the 33, Sheila Harmon. She's coming down pit road. Robbie Bannister going to stay out. He is going to get the lead now at Talladega. This time by 31 laps to go. We're going to have less than 30 laps to go on the restart. Let's go back and look at the replay. That started with Ron Jackson. That wreck did. They were 4 wide. Let's ride with Ron Jackson for now. Off of turn 4, him and Felix Boucher made contact right there, and then right there again. And then they made it halfway down the backstretch. Jacob Johnson actually spun the 30 out, and then the 25, and everybody else was involved. Ooh, Ron Jackson got damaged. Kagan Polshiner hard into a couple cars. Oh my gosh, Clint Spillman. Didn't see how he was involved in the wreck, but I now see it. Tim Brannigan slow on the track, and that is definitely going to end Clint's day. Who else to look at? Let's look at Felix Boucher. He was in that wreck. After he was spun out, he went up the track, hit the wall, and turned everybody else around, and the track basically blocked Kagan Polshiner into Alexander Jones and Skylar Rocha. Let's look at the 45 of Tim Zimmer. Just a second here. So, a second big crash. Like we said, it took out a lot of the points contenders. See the crash already happening. Tim Zimmer spun Tim Brannigan out. And Tim had nowhere to go. He got hit by Clint Spillman. 38 of Brett Taylor. And then Brett Taylor spins the 14 of Sarah Roach out. Simon Zarnato into her and many other cars involved. This is racing at Talladega. It's been a crash fest today. Doesn't look like we're going to have a lot of cars left in this race. It looks like 27 cars. So out of this race from that wreck, the 8 of Clint Spillman, the 18 of Kagan Polshiner, 32 of Brett Taylor, the 81 of Skylar Roach, and a 25 of Felix Boucher. 27 cars left in this race. Man, nobody's going to be a lap down, but look at this. Robbie Bannister, the leader. Tim Hoffman, second. Jacob Britt, third. Fourth, Sheila Harmon. Fifth is Benjamin Wallace. Sixth, John Book. Seventh, Axel Zero. Eighth is Ryan Benjamin. Ninth, Jacob Johnson. 10th, Cesar Ramirez. A lot of these cars here need a good finish. Back here, Tim Brannigan. His car heavily damaged. Evan McCollum. Alexander Jones involved in that wreck. They don't look to have a lot of damage. The 45 of Tim Zimmer has a lot of damage to his car. 12, Sam Adoskin was in that wreck. The 30 got away fairly well without any damage. Look up here, the 6, the 11, the 14 had damage. The 15 does not have a hood on his car anymore. 74, Logan York. 97, Gavin Jones. Damon Singletary, Sean Howe. Gary Harmon has damage. Tina Livingston has damage. Stephen Pollard has damage. 37, the top 10 cars don't have damage. We might be going green flag the rest of the way here. Not a lot of cars left in this race. Not a lot of cars without damage. We will be back at Talladega. Back here at Talladega Super Speedway, 27 cars left in this race. A lot of cars damaged. I don't know how many cars are going to be able to stay with this lead pack. But right now, the top 10 cars do not have damage. So one of these top 10 cars might win. One of the top 10 cars might also trigger a wreck. Who knows? We're going to have 28 laps to go next time by at the restart. A lot of wrecks early on, taking a lot of cars out. We saw the first crash on lap 1. Josh Hardiman was involved in that, unfortunately. See, the second caution was a big wreck that took quite a bit of cars out of the race. Took 33rd on back to 40th out. And this last wreck took 5 cars out of the race. The second caution definitely is the big one of the race. This last caution would qualify as a big one, but it was not as big as the first or as the second crash. 3 cautions here at Talladega, and our field is I don't know. I don't know what to call this field. The top 10 do not have damage. 11th, 12th, 13th all have damage. I think Sean Howe, Damian Singletary, Gavin Jones, they might be alright, but The main thing for them is getting past the damaged cars. I mean, who knows? The damaged cars might be able to hold on to this pack and maybe race at least in the back of the pack. I don't really know, though. We'll find out. A lot of cars having bad days, bad points days, that is. The 45, the 17, the 6, the 14, the 15, even the 5, you could say, are all having bad points days. Stephen Pollard is 11th. He was 3rd in the points. Might be a decent day for him. A big unknown as to who is going to be too damaged to stay in the draft. Here we go. Pace cars in pit road. 21 Robbie Bannister is going to lead them down to the green flag. Green flag is in the air. We're back underway at Talladega. 28 laps to go. This could be an interesting restart, an interesting finish. Robbie Bannister gets a good jump. Look at that, the 29 Jacob Britt off the pace. I didn't think he had damage, but maybe he does. Jacob Britt was 3rd, and he is going to stack a lot of cars up. Robbie Bannister, Tim Hoffman now 1st and 2nd. Big battle for 3rd place up here, up front. Robbie Bannister, Tim Hoffman are getting out to a huge lead. That's not going to be good for them. We're looking here in the this view, seeing all the cars kind of spread out. A lot of damaged cars are really slow on the track. We might have seen our final caution. I think we're going to probably go green flag the rest of the way. Robbie Bannister still out front. 9 cars are in this lead pack. The 80 of Stephen Pollard is 10th place right now, and he has damage. He is a little bit off the pace, I believe. I'm going to hit the space bar and see this. I want to see how fast these drivers are right now. I don't think we're really going to have much of a lead pack. Damaged cars here. Everybody just kind of, I don't know, just kind of riding along. We do have a couple cars up front, though. Looks like 9 cars are in the battle for the lead. Look at Ryan Benjamin now, the leader, almost 4 wide for 2nd here. Does kind of even out now. 3 wide now for 2nd. There still could be a crash, I guess. But we don't have a lot of cars up front, so. If we were to get a caution and a wreck would jumble the field back up, I think we would see a little bit more than 9 cars in this front pack. I think we'd see some of the cars back here in the lead draft. See the 14 Sarah Rocha and the 80 of Stephen Pollard are trying to get up through the field. Well, Stephen now getting passed by her. But Stephen is at 100, or no. Yeah, Stephen is a little slower. Cesar Ramirez at 37, just trying to hang on for a top 10 finish. Right now, Ryan Benjamin is the race leader. Here comes the 90 of Jacob Johnson. A lot of these cars are really far back in the points. Jacob Johnson, Robbie Bannister, Ryan Benjamin, Benjamin Wallace, Axel Zero. A lot of these, pretty much all of these cars here are really far back in the points. So they're really just hoping they can finish this race, get a decent top 10 finish. 37 Cesar Ramirez is off of the pace here. You see, there is a little bit of a pack forming back here. Damaged cars, though. See if we'll see another wreck before the end of this race. Rain and Pickett really slow. Same with Tim Brannigan, Alexander Jones. Alexander's going to fall back in the points. Meanwhile, Ryan Benjamin at 48 leading this race. That 37 car is not able to catch up to this field. It looks like he might lose the draft. Meanwhile, there is a pack forming back here. 38 of Sean Howell is in 10th place. This is a big battle for 10th. Back up front here. Ryan Benjamin is the leader. Axel 0 second. I think we're probably going to see the race go green flag the rest of the way. I don't think we're going to see a caution. Probably not with these front few cars. Now it's 8 cars in the lead draft here at Talladega. Cesar Ramirez is about a second off of the pack. All of these cars here winless in this season so far. It looks like we will have an 8th different winner. Who is it going to be, though? Still have a long way to go. Meanwhile, in this pack, they have all formed together, and they're racing pretty well back here. They are slightly off of the leader's pace, though. 5 seconds back. A lot of cars here need a good day. A lot of cars, well, I think all these cars actually are damaged. See, they were 5 seconds back that last lap. Look at Tim Zimmer up high. Not able to make a move, though. They were 5 seconds off the leader. Oh, there's a crash up front. Oh, no, Jacob Johnson. John Book, Tim Hoffman. My God. Are you serious? Just when I said I didn't think we were going to see another caution, we end up seeing another caution. Wow. What in the heck happened? I have no idea. I thought they were double file, and I thought they were going to be alright, but I guess not. Apparently not. Make sure everybody else back here is okay. Tim Hoffman looks like his day is going to be done. He was in that wreck. John Book, pretty heavy damage to his car. Ryan Benjamin back out front. Looked like Ryan Benjamin, Axel 0, Robbie Bannister, and Sheila Harmon. The only 4 cars that made it through that wreck. Whatever had happened, I don't know. I was watching the back half of the field, the second pack racing, and see a lot of action up front apparently, and thought they were gonna make it all right, but this time I had 20 laps to go. We're gonna have less than 20 to go on the restart. So this is gonna throw a curveball in the race. You see the top 5 cars. Cesar Ramirez is that 37 car. I think we're only gonna have 4 or 5 cars that are undamaged. So we possibly might see the damaged cars able to hang on to the lead pack. I don't know. It's going to be a weird restart. Tim Hoffman, unfortunately, his day is done. I don't know if maybe he had a mechanical failure or something. 27th for him is where he'll finish. Doesn't look like anyone's going to come down pit road other than the cars that were in that wreck. So let's go back and look at the 40 of Tim Hoffman, see what happened up front. Whoops, not Tyrell. There we go. Uh-oh. Looked like they were racing really close. Again, 3 wide though. Oh, that turned John Book around. Tim Hoffman hard to the inside wall. Comes back up the track. See the 90 of Jacob Johnson, and John Book had nowhere to go. John Book actually he was spun out. I guess he thought he was going to make it through. Sheila Harmon made it through. So yeah, 4 cars make it through. 27 Benjamin Wallace was able to make it. John Book would have made it without any damage, and then that happened. John Book gets repairs. Tim Brannigan on the track. Is the 29 out of fuel or something? No, he's waiting for Tim Brannigan. Oh, yeah. Very wild race. 30 of Ron Jackson, now up to 7th. He might be able to get to the top 32 in points. It's going to be interesting. Point standings after this race, I don't know. I know the 17 Alexander Jones really slow. He is hoping that he's hoping that they wreck more so he can get up through the field. The 14th Sarah Rocha does have damage. She is in 11th place right now. 13th is Tim Zimmer. Both of those cars are up in the points. Damian Singletary, He has a little bit of damage, but doesn't look like a whole lot. So what are we going to see here on the restart? Are we going to see the top 4 cars and possibly the 27, maybe the 5-car break away from the rest of the field? Or are the damaged cars going to be able to hang on to this pack now that we don't have a lot of cars in the front running that don't have damage? I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Seen a lot of wrecks today. 1 caution after the halfway point. So 48 Ryan Benjamin is the race leader. We're on lap 29. The pace car lights are still on, so we are not going to be going green flag racing next time by. See 29 Jacob Britt on pit road. Looks like he does have some damage to the front of his car. A lot of cars back here damaged. My gosh, this has been a crazy race. We did not see this much action at Daytona. Daytona, we did see a big crash, but a lot of cars just spinning out and slamming into each other, still able to make the finish of the race. But today, Talladega, it's been completely different. First 5 cars are absolutely loving this. So the worst place you can finish now is 26th. I don't know. I'm excited to see there's a restart, to see what exactly is going to happen. Who's going to be able to keep up with the pack? I really hope the damaged cars can keep up. If they can, that would be awesome. It would be really cool to see the damaged cars able to keep up with this lead pack and try to race for the win. I don't want to see only 4 or 5 cars battling side by side for the win. I'd rather watch the damaged cars battle it out. Sometimes at Talladega or Daytona, you can have a damaged car and be up near the front. But those top 4 cars do not have any damage. They have not been in any wrecks. I think they're the only 4 cars actually that have not actually been involved in a crash. So one of those 4 cars looking really good today to win. We should be getting the 1 to go here this time by. Yep, 1 more lap till green flag. We will have 17 laps to go on the restart. We are nearing the end of this race. Who's going to win? Who's going to be able to keep up? That's the biggest question right now. Imagine if we only have a 5-car field, and if we have a wreck with the front leaders. Imagine those 5 cars being damaged, and then all of the damaged cars being able to race for the win. That would be a very interesting finish and into this race at Talladega. Right now, the top 10, Ryan Benjamin out front. Axel 0 second, Robbie Bannister third, Sheila Harmon fourth, Cesar Ramirez fifth, Benjamin Wallace sixth, Ron Jackson 7th, 8th Logan York, 9th is Sean Howe, 10th Evan McCollum. Taking 11th through 20th position, Sarah Rocha 11th, Gary Harmon 12th, Tim Zimmer 13th, 14th Damian Singletary, Sam Oskin 15th, Simon Zarnato 16th, 17th Gavin Jones, 18th Stephen Pollard III, 19th Tina Livingston, 20th Hunter Blade, 21st Alexander Jones, 22nd Rhiannon Pickett, 23rd Tim Brannigan, 24th Jacob Johnson, 25th is John Book, and 26th is Jacob Britt. Everybody else out of the race. See those cars there, 27th through 30th, 31st through 40th. in the final few cars. The number 1 of Aiden O'File did not even get to start this race after qualifying his way in. Very unfortunate for him. Meanwhile, the 48, the 48 of Ryan Benjamin out front. He is awaiting the green flag to drop. Green flag in the air here at Talladega. Axel Zero now on the outside trying to get the lead from Ryan already. Who can keep up with this lead pack? So far it looks like about the top 15 cars might be able to. That would be awesome if we could see that many cars in this lead pack. Damaged and undamaged cars. It would be like a new race almost. A lot of these cars hoping they can get up here. Ryan Benjamin is the leader. Look at Robbie Bannister on the inside. Like I thought, the top 5 cars, though, starting to separate themselves from these cars back here. These damaged cars might be able to keep up with the pack. The 27, Benjamin Wallace now. He is back up to the front. Look at the 37, the 74, the 30, and the 38 trying to hold on to this field. So we have a little bit of a race going on up here for the lead. Robbie Bannister trying to take the lead from the 48 of Ryan Benjamin. A lot of cars so far able to hold on. We might see a pretty good race to the end here. 16 laps to go, 15 this time by. Robbie Bannister trying to take the lead away. 27 Benjamin Wallace does have a little bit of damage. He isn't able to go anywhere yet. Look at the 37 Cesar Ramirez. He was barely holding on to the lead pack on this last restart, but here he is now, trying to battle for the lead. Looks like the 12 of Sam Oskin might be the final car to keep up with this pack. He's in 12th place. 13th is Sarah Rocha, 14th Gary Harmon, and 15th is Tim Zimmer. They're still trying to make their way up. Oh, we've got a car that came down pit road, exited pit road. Who is that? That's the 2 of Tim Brannigan. That is going to probably cause a stack up here. Oh my god, Tim Brannigan really slow on the bottom. Can everybody get by him? I think so. That's good. My god, that could have been a big wreck. Real quick, I want to see something here. 190 is Sarah Rocha. The rest of these cars are going about 190, so I don't think she is going to be able to make it to the front here and battle with the leaders. Look at the 30 car, Ron Jackson on the bottom. He was in a wreck earlier in this race, battling for the top 5 position. They were 4 wide at the line for the lead. Looks like 9, maybe 10 cars up here battling for the lead. The 5, Damian Singletary, Sam Oskin, Evan McCollum. Sarah Rocha is kind of holding on back there. This still could be anybody's race. I think the 21 and the 48, though, probably have the 2 strongest cars right now. Look at the 27, Benjamin Wallace. He's trying to get past both of them, trying to get the lead. He does not have any drafting help, though. Not able to do anything as of yet. Sheila Harmon back there in 5th place, trying to get past the 27. Robbie Bannister actually doesn't have too much drafting help either on that bottom line. It's all Ryan Benjamin right now on the outside. Ryan wants a good finish. Right now, these cars up here, they just want to finish this race. So I'm hoping I can go through the field here real quick, the back of the field, before, if there's a wreck. I hope there's not, at least not yet. See 3 cars back here, the 11, the 04, and the 29 drafting. 15, the 17, the 7, and the 90 have damage. They're in their own little pack. Tim Brannigan is not in the draft. These 3 cars, as well, not in the draft. Gary Harmon, Tim Zimmer, not in the pack. Evan McCollum and Sarah Rocha falling further back. Let's see, she's at 189, he's at 189. But, yeah, I don't think they're going to be a factor here. Robbie Bannister now going to fall back a little bit. Ryan Benjamin is still out front. 9 cars in your frame right there. Sheila falls back to 9th. She's in that 33 car. Sam Adoskin 10th, 11th. Damian Singletary having a great points day today. If they finish how they are now without wrecking, Damian will gain points over the points leader, who I think right now it might be Sarah Rocha, but yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting who's going to be the points leader after this thing. It still might be her, but she's going to lose out on some points. She's back in 13th. Tim Zimmer, 14th. He is 4th in the points at the start of this race, at least. A lot of single file racing now. We've got 11 laps to go. Benjamin Wallace now trying to take the lead from Ryan Benjamin. He might have enough drafting help. Here comes the 30 of Ron Jackson. Wouldn't that be something if Ron could get a win today? He missed Daytona. He wrecked at Rockingham in the second race. Wouldn't that be something if he could get a win here? That would be awesome. He is still trying to get out of the bottom half of the field in points. He's trying to get to the top 32. Brandon Pickett entering turn number 1. I just wanted to see where the slow lap cars were. Damian Singletary, now that 5, is slowly losing the draft. He's a second off the lead. Evan McCollum and Sarah Rocha, they both lose the draft. They are back in 12th and 13th place. Up front, though, there is 9, 10 cars up here battling for the lead. Ron Jackson now the leader. Look at the 99 Axle Zero. Oh, they're going to be 3 wide. We've seen a lot of crazy things happen when they're 3 wide. Benjamin Wallace almost got into the 30 of Ron Jackson. Everybody up here looking for their first win, except for that 74. Logan York has already won a race. He wants another win. Look at 38, Sean Howe. A couple restarts ago, a lot of these cars were further back in the field, damaged, off the pace. Axel Zero now leading the race. 3 wide for second. I don't know if we're going to see another caution or not. They were only 3 wide on that last caution, and there was a crash with those cars, so see if anything happens. The 99 Axel Zero now leading this race. 9 laps to go here at Talladega. We are nearing the end of this race. This is, I think, the longest green flag run we've had. 3 wide for second. There's 2 rows of 3 wide. Ron Jackson getting pushed from the 21 of Robbie Bannister. A couple cars in this pack have damage. The 12th, Sam Oskin, does have damage. He's in 10th place. Look at the 38, Sean Howe. 21, Robbie Bannister, going down low. Ron Jackson up to 2nd place. Now Ryan Benjamin going to go with the 21 car. The 21, the 48, neither of those cars have damage. 27 doesn't have a lot of damage. He does have a little bit, though. Looks like maybe a 5-car breakaway at the moment. Robbie Bannister now trying to take the lead away from Axel Zero. A lot of racing left at Talladega. Now a familiar situation we saw about 5 or so laps ago. Robbie Bannister, Ryan Benjamin, 1st and 2nd, battling for the lead here at Talladega. Neither of them have a win. They both want to win. There's the 11 of Rhiannon Pickett up, exiting the tri-oval. This could be interesting. This could determine who is going to battle for the win. Who's going to battle for the win? Who is going to lose the draft once these cars catch that 11 car? If they were double file or single file, they'd be able to make it past her, but... Ooh, Ron Jackson going to get the lead now. He's going to pass the 11. Ron Jackson out front at Talladega. And now they're 3 and 4 wide back here trying to get past the 11. Oh my gosh, this is going to put a lot of cars out of contention. The 33 and the 5 trying to get past her. They are going to probably lose the draft. Meanwhile, Ron Jackson has like a 1.5, maybe 2-second lead over Ryan Benjamin. They are going to catch him before the end of this thing, though. You cannot be that far out in front at Talladega. Yeah, here they are. They're already catching the 30 car. Ron Jackson made a great move. If that was the last lap, Ron Jackson would have won this race. Look at the 48 and 21, two of the strongest cars in this race right now. Without damage, here they come. Ron Jackson going to block the 21. Ryan Benjamin has a little bit of drafting help now. Here comes Robbie Bannister on the bottom. They're going to pass Ron Jackson. Now Ron Jackson has the 27 car as drafting help. See a few cars now off the pace. Here's two more lap cars. This is going to be interesting. This time by 5 laps to go. The 29 Jacob Britt, the 04 John Book there, pretty slow. Look at the 99 Axel 0 trying to make it 3, maybe 4 wide for second. Ryan Benjamin out front now. Ron Jackson holding on to second for the time being. Who is going to get past these cars next? Ooh, Ryan Benjamin might be stuck. Maybe not. Oh, they're going to go down low. Robbie Bannister is going to be slowed down. A lot of these cars are going to get slowed by the 04 and the 29. The 48 Ryan Benjamin gets past. So does Axel 0. Everybody else, though, trying to get past. Ron Jackson now is going to fall back. 4 wide, trying to get past this mess of cars. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Through the tri-oval cars fanning out everywhere. They got past John Book. A couple cars now trying to get past Jacob Britt. The 74 Logan York is going to be pretty far back. 4 wide for 4th place. We have not seen this work out too well today at Talladega. I think it might work out though today, right now. Because there's another lap car up front here. There is Tim Brannigan. Oh my god, they're going to catch Tim Brannigan. 99 Axel 0 out front. Robbie Bannister, Ryan Benjamin fighting for second, trying to take the lead away. Here comes the rest of the field now. Tim Brannigan really slow on the track. I wonder who's going to get caught up in this mess. Looks like everybody might be able to dodge him, maybe not. Robbie Bannister going to get out front. Oh my gosh, come on guys, get past everybody. See Ron Jackson, Sheila Harmon, Sean Howe, Axel 0 getting past. Robbie Bannister, though, out front. He has a pretty big lead. 3 laps to go. The 48, the 99, they're going to catch Robbie Bannister. Can anybody else catch up as well? The 33, Sheila Harmon, trying to pass the 38 of Sean Howe for 4th. Let's look back here. Not really any other racing going on. I don't think these cars are going to catch the next string of cars that are a lap down. 2 to go this time by. 3 cars in this lead pack. Here comes Sheila Harmon leading the second group. Right now, Axel 0, Robbie Bannister, Ryan Benjamin fighting for the lead. Oh, Sheila Harmon and Ron Jackson, Sean Howe, Logan York, they're going to catch these front 3 cars. But where do they go once they catch them? 2 to go. Axel 0 now out front. Takes the lead away from Ryan Benjamin. This has been an incredible race. Look at this. Ron Jackson on the inside. He gets a huge run. He isn't going to go anywhere yet. Yes, he is. He's going to go down low. Is he going to bring the 33 and the 74 with him? I think he is. Can Ron Jackson win his first race? He is going to jumpstart himself in the points. I think he might get into the top 32 in points. Look at Sheila Harmon now on the inside of Ron Jackson. They're coming to the white flag. No other lap cars are going to be a factor here. Looks like 8 cars are going to settle this for the win. Oh, look at Logan York going to try to make it 3 wide for second. Sheila Harmon in the middle, Robbie Bannister up top. The 3 cars that are up top, the 21, 99, 48, they're really strong. Ron Jackson, the number 30 out front on the last lap here at Talladega. I am talking way too fast. I'm spitting on my monitor. Here it goes. Oh no, the 21, Robbie Bannister going to go on the inside. He's going to try to make a move on Ron Jackson. Jackson went up top to try to block. Here comes Robbie Bannister now. Robbie Bannister to the lead here at Talladega. The 99 going to try to take over second on the outside. Maybe not. Is anybody going to have anything for Robbie Bannister out of this final turn in the tri-oval? Looks like Robbie Bannister is going to win here at Talladega. Ron Jackson will finish second. Third, Axel 0. Fourth, Sheila Harmon. I think Ryan Benjamin got 5th. Wow. what a race. Oh, Alexander Jones, engine expired. He will finish 26th. That was incredible. Ron Jackson went to block the 21 on the last lap. The 21 did not have that. He wanted to pass him, and that is exactly what he did. Let's look here. This is the last lap. This is riding with Robbie Bannister on the final lap. Ron had a good lead. I think he made his move just a little too soon. Robbie got a huge run off of the turn. Ron saw that. Ron came up to block. Robbie went down low, a little crossover move, and that ended up winning Robbie Bannister the race here at Talladega. Incredible race. Robbie Bannister, Ron Jackson, Axel Zero, Sheila Harmon, Ryan Benjamin, your top 5. 6th is Benjamin Wallace, Logan York 7th, Cesar Ramirez 8th, 9th Sean Howe. All of those cars were battling for the lead. 10th Sam Adoskin, 11th Damian Singletary, 12th Evan McCollum, 13th Sarah Rocha, 14th Gavin Jones, 15th Stephen Pollard III, 16th Gary Harmon, 17th Simon Zarnato, 18th Tim Zimmer, 19th Jacob Johnson, 20th Tina Livingston, 21st Hunter Blade, 22nd Jacob Britt, 23rd John Book, 24th Brandon Pickett, 25th Tim Brannigan, 26th Alexander Jones out of the race. There's a lot of cars. Tim Hoffman out of the race, Felix Boucher, Skylar Rocha, Brett Taylor, Kagan Polshiner, Clint Spillman, Dawson Montenegro, Tyrell Resner, Hugo Jimenez, Pablo West, Bruce Zero, Jeremiah Dwayne, Alex Bruno, Darvish Jr., and Josh Hardiman. Aiden Nofile, the number 1, did not start the race. It's been a very eventful race. So, that was the race at Talladega. I thought it was going to be pretty crazy, pretty wild race. It definitely was. Great finish. Great job to the top 10 cars. They all needed a good finish here, and they all got it. So, great for them. We are going to go check the points out. They might be shaken up now quite a bit. I think that 14 car still might have the points lead. She finished 13th, but there's a couple cars in front of her. The 5, the 38, I think, 38, 74, all doing pretty well in points. So let's go check it out. So here are the points after race number 8. The top 3 still remain, actually the top 4 still remain the same. Sarah Rocha still the points leader. Alexander Jones 2nd, 3rd, Stephen Pollard the 3rd, Tim Zimmer 4th. Robbie Bannister with his win, he gains 10 positions, 15th to 5th. Tina Livingston 6th place. Damian Singletary gains 3 positions. He is in 7th. Skylar Rocha falls back 3 positions in 8th. Simon Zarnato 9th. He gained a couple positions. Hunter Blade lost a position. See, Logan York gained 5 positions. He is in 12th. Brandon Pickett was, actually, she lost a position. Axel Zero gained some positions. See, a lot of cars gained, a lot of cars lost, obviously. Let's look down here real quick. Ron Jackson with his finish, and Ryan Benjamin, they are now in the top 32 in points. They do not have to qualify their way into the race. Pablo West will lose a position. Dawson Montenegro, Tim Hoffman, they fall back into this dreaded 33rd and on back place, so they've got to qualify their way into the race now. Sheila Harmon moved up to 39th with her finish. She gained 5 positions. She has 512 points. She is about 30 or 40 points out of the cutoff. So, a lot of changes in the points. Top 4 still stay the same. Robbie Bannister now is up there trying to battle for the win. A lot of cars now, a lot of cars are a few hundred points off of the lead. Sarah Rocha, somehow, with only 3 top 10s, 1 win, is up in first, but a lot of other cars having troubles. Look at Damon Singletary. He has made his way up to 7th place in the points. He has only 7 starts out of the first 8 races. 3 top 10s. He has done an incredible job. I believe now Sarah Rocha and Tim Zimmer, the only 2 cars that have actually finished every single lap this season. A lot of other cars have missed some laps. Top 10, very interesting in points. Still anything can happen. Next race is Martinsville. So Talladega, pretty wild race, really big wild card race. See, Josh Hardiman fell from 8th place back to 16th place after his lap 1 wreck. Sean Howe able to make 4 positions up. Same with Sam Oskin, able to gain 4 positions. Kagan Polshiner loses 2. Alex Bruno loses 4. Ryan Benjamin with his top 10 finish, he finishes 28th in the points after today, and not doing too bad. That was actually his first top 5 of the season. Great job for him. He is still pretty far back in the points, but hoping he can get up near the front. It has been a very interesting season so far. A lot has happened. A lot still can happen. We will find out next race at Martinsville what is going to happen at Martinsville. Who is going to come out as the points leader? Will they stay the same in the point standings? Will we have a big change like we did today, or not? We will find out next week at Martinsville. Next race, I'm sorry. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed all of the action from Talladega. We'll see you at Martinsville.